All right, guys, just a bit of a channel update here, letting you know what'll be coming in the next couple of days or so. So I wanted to get into a little bit of the NFL games, but it can be a bit tough because NFL is very quick about monitoring their content and make sure people can't really get access to it. So I'll try to do a little bit of the Dallas Green Bay games, some other NFL games, but I really want to head into this recruiting season and talk about that a little bit this year. Mainly because signing day is coming up in February, and a lot of people are going to be talking about it. But also TJ LSU Dad. I don't know if some of you have heard of his channel. If you haven't, go check it out. He's usually really funny. He's always talking about SEC football and hating on Alabama, but he brought up a really interesting topic recently in his recruiting videos. He was comparing Cam Akers, who's a highly regarded prospect, to an unheralded prospect in the same state, DeMonte Hall, and showed their highlights side by side. And he's really just kind of getting on these recruiting ranking sites and organizations for their negligence and seeing other guys, and how when people don't get a chance to pay the money and go across the country to visit these camps that Rivals and Scout and ESPN are holding, these other players who are just as good or maybe even better in some cases don't get exposure and they don't get stars and they don't get rated and people don't come and see them and they get left on the rock, and it happens so much. It happens a lot. And that inspired me to do a video myself. I'm going to actually go through some of the recruiting rankings of previous years, specifically with Alabama and some other teams maybe, to show you examples of these sites missing and how Saban in his evaluation has hit on them. And teams like Wisconsin and Baylor, sometimes system fit and scheme fits comes into it too, but also people are just missing out on talent. Prime example, J.J. Watt being a two-star prospect. Shock Linwood out of Baylor was a two-star prospect. And so I'm going to get into a little bit of that and show you some examples of players being, left in the cracks, and how these recruiting sites, they are a bit fraudulent at times, and how they are uh, evaluating these players. Just a bit. Like I said, there is some foundation for what they do, and like I said, with Alabama having no more recruiting class and sustained success, you can see they have success there, but then you see the misses that they have, and you go, how is that happening? And TJ, in his videos, go check it out. You'll see kind of like one of the things he brought up, and I'm going to give my take on it. Let me know also what you guys want me to talk about in upcoming, videos, months, some of the series I want to get into. I'll maybe even start previewing teams for next season. Uh, Somewhat. There's like a really, really early preview. Probably get into some of the players who are leaving and some who are staying and how they may impact the relative teams. So thanks for listening. See you on the next video.